Say hi, Obi. You say hi. You saying hi to everybody? What's up, Purist? It's Bob from Purist Motorsports. I'm hanging out here with Obi-Wan at Thomas & Tuning and Service. We're going to get the alignment done on 33 and hopefully go for a drive. So let's do this. For those that are new to the channel, this is 1993 Saleen number 33. It's gone through a full restoration. The owner sent it to me, us, to get the car back into the final details, I guess. The owner sent it to me to get the final details set up. What we've done to it so far, we uncovered a few issues. We had to reseal the head bolts in the water passages. We installed the 2-point brace. We also installed suspension components because it had the wrong springs in it from 94 to 98. Actually, 96 to 04 Saleen, come to find out. The owner was told when he bought them that they were 93 and older springs. But the car has maximum Motorsports suspension pieces underneath it now, which makes it really fun to drive. Coilovers up front, caster camber plates, tubular A-arms. It's got the Alcon 4-piston brakes up front, 13-inch brakes. They work really good. And in the rear, we just put some adjustable control arms on the lower. And of course, the springs set up for that, along with the Bilstein, I don't know how to say it, whatever, how do you say it? Struts and shocks all the way around, all 6. The car drives really, really well now that we've got it aligned. It's straight. I'm on a kind of a bumpy road. The car runs good, straight out. Turns great. The turn-in is awesome. We've set it kind of aggressive because the owner's going to enjoy it, but we wanted it to be able to be have good turn-in. So it's got a little bit more negative camber than what Saleen put in it. And we also have set it up to, I guess with the power, supercharged. Well, I just go back to that. It is supercharged. It's a built 306 with a comp camshaft in it, Edelbrock Performer RPM heads, and it's well built. It's got a Canton, would be a Saleen spec T-Race oil pan in it, and it really is fun to drive. Now watch out for deer in this area. Be careful. But it's modified, but it presents itself as stock. It has Logic wheels on it, which are very rare. They've been fully restored. And the car itself, you know, for 30 plus, actually 40 plus year old technology, because you look back, these cars were developed in the 70s. The Fox chassis dates back to 1978, as far as the first production Fox chassis being with Fairmont, I believe. But this car really is fun to drive now. It's not too harsh. The ride is good. We've got 325 pound springs up front and the matching rear springs from Maximum Motorsports. I forget which rate they are. I think it's one of the higher rate standard coil springs for Mustang, but it's a little bumpy, but I like it like that. So does the owner. Woo! Yeah. Runs good. But it's very, I love it. It's very touchy. I think the only complaint I have about Fox Mustangs and the steering is that it's a little bit soft, too easy. There's not a whole lot of feedback, but that's typical for just the Fox Mustang in general. I like it a little bit stiffer than this. Almost non-power steering, but with a little assist. This is a little bit too easy. It's just typical of Fox Mustangs, but it makes it for a great cruiser. You don't have to put a lot of effort into turning, but you do have to be careful because you can turn too far real quick with it. The Supercharger is a Vortech period correct piece. It's an S trim. It's only putting out about 8.5 PSI. You can check out the dyno video. So far the vitals are good. Temperature's starting to come up. Oil pressure's great in this motor. Wish all of my cars looked like that. This gauge still giving us trouble. The fuel pressure gauge. Boost gauge works great though. But the car itself has been through a massive transformation. There's a lot of things that have happened to this thing. Originally found it, rescued it, and it ended up in this owner's hands, and then it ended up back to us because of the final details that he needed to have done to the car. They just couldn't get everything sorted out right, so that's why they hired us. Get everything where you can drive it, turn key and go. That's what you want. It's what any owner wants. Get in the car and go, no troubles. Probably hear a few tinks and ticks of rocks. There's Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s for tires. They're sticky, especially when they get up to temperature. They're great tires. They won't last very long when driven aggressively, but man, do they grip the road good. Catback is a Bassani catback with an off-road Bassani X-pipe. It has shorty headers. It's what the owner wanted. It's what was on the car when we got it. All in all, this car turned out really, really good. It's fun to drive. We still got a couple of details left to it. We have to have it detailed. Still need to put the cowl cover on. We're waiting to get that final detail done before putting it back on. And then all the small decals. The Racecraft suspension and Supercharged 302 on the hood. But I tell you what, this makes a huge difference. Holy smokes. I'm not exactly sure how safe it is in the car, but it is definitely making the car rigid. crazy what 400 horsepower will do in a little bitty car like this. Doesn't seem like much these days when you have cars that come off the factory line with 500, 550, even 650, if not 1,000 horsepower. But when you have a 3,300 pound car, which is light in comparison these days, 400 horsepower is nothing to sneeze at. And that's tuned with an FMU and an air meter. I'm sure there's more left on the table with a custom tune. Other people are out cruising. See a Corvette in front of us. Temperature gauge is doing pretty good. Of course, we haven't been in stop and go traffic. It's hanging down on the lower side. That's good. Pow, 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 pow. Doesn't get into boost until about 3,000 RPM. It's partly because the pulley on this one's a little bigger. I think it's the largest pulley that comes on the S trim. Woo-wee. More boost could put more power down for sure. This car could easily become insanely power, close to 500. Although I think that's kind of the ragged edge. And the owner wanted something to just tootle around in and enjoy. You get on the ragged edge of power and get consumed with that. That can affect drivability. Mr. Popo, I see you. Let's see if the mirror works. Ooh, that one does work. Cool. Both mirrors work like they should. Great opportunity to work on this car, man. Love it when they finally come together. Isn't that the greatest thing? You get done with all the hard work, ups and downs, trials, tribulations, whatever you want to call it. Get in it, turn the key, and just smile. It's great. All right, Purist, that's pretty much a wrap on 93 number 33. Beat the rain by a little bit, which was good. And there's a few little coolant leaks, things we've got to take care of. We need to charge the AC, put the strut tail brace suck on. But as for driving and enjoying it, it can be done now. What's left? Well, the final stages of this is probably the last time it will grace the YouTube channel. We've got a few things that we're going to do. We may post some pictures and small videos on the Facebook page or Instagram. Check it out there. That's at Purist Motorsports. The other thing is I've got more of the PAS collection coming. Mark and I have gotten together
and we are trying to get this video edited. I say me, trying to get all this edited. We did about 11 or 12 videos that are coming. You can look at the collection now. We'll put a little card up here for you guys to click on. There's several videos of pieces that they already have, and there's more coming. 85 Saleens, the 4th Saleen ever built. Lots of really cool stuff. Also, I gotta catch my breath. Check out performanceautosport.com. Definitely check it out, and if you're looking for a Saleen, Foxbody Saleen, or Saleen in general, reach out to him there through the website. He can help you out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. As I always say, whether you're driving them or restoring them, always enjoy them. Peace.